Hello, you are watching the Nouvel Esprit video series on the theology of the body. This video is dedicated to audience 44. We are your hosts. I am Jeremy Hossotter.
And I'm Guillermo Moreno.
So this audience marks the end of the previous section and the beginning of a new section. This section begins, or it's called the heart accused or called. So we're going to be analyzing whether the heart is indeed called to or accused. So, the adultery of the heart led us to the dimension of human interiority, and this dimension is the proper one for ethics and the theology of the body. And JP2 goes through this audience and raises many ethical questions. And a couple of them is such as whether the heart is accused or called to something, and how are we to live by Christ's words from the Sermon on the Mount. And as I said, he gave a lot of questions. Pretty much the first two articles is just him listing out many various ethical questions that we can ask after conducting our analysis. Now, one word that might stand out as a little weird looking is praxis. So the word praxis, the Oxford Dictionary defines as practice as distinguished from theory. And when you see the word praxis, just think action. So there are many interpretations of praxis, both intellectual and individual, of living from the heart, and there are different responses to the ethical demands of the Sermon on the Mount and the questions it raises. And one solution is Manichaeism. And we've talked about Manichaeism before uh, in audience 36, and it's also mentioned in audience 41. And now, again, here we are in audience 44 talking about Manichaeism again. So, just to kind of recap, Manichaeism teaches that there's kind of a dualism between good and evil. You have a good principle, you have an evil principle, and evil is associated with matter. And because of this, the body, sex, and procreation are evils. And I want to point out that footnote 53 has a lot more information that is in the fifth article of this audience. So TOB 44, Article 5. So with this in mind, if we look at the Sermon on the Mount with a materialistic interpretation, then Christ's dialogue appears to agree with Manichaeism because the Sermon on the Mount seems to attest to a sort of conflict between the body and spirit. However, JP2 does not stop at this with our audience because he goes on to simply say that the gospel affirms the masculinity and the femininity of the body as belonging to man's person, and that the value of the human person is the guide for understanding the New Testament ethos. And then it's just a cliffhanger. That's the end of the audience. Guillermo, did you have anything you'd like to add to this audience?
I do not.
Okay. Then this is actually a rather short video. Thank you for watching our video. If you have been enjoying our content, please subscribe, like, share, and comment on our social media. You can, well, we have a lot of social media such as Facebook, YouTube. If you have been enjoying our content, please also consider giving us a financial donation either through PayPal or Patreon. Your financial support goes towards the maintenance of our website and the purchase of new materials so that we can continue providing you with great resources such as this video series and our various articles we have written. You can find our articles at lenouvelesprit.com. They are all free for everyone to read and peruse. Also on our website is our podcast, and Guillermo, can you give us some more information about our podcast?
Yes. In our other podcast series, we talk about a variety of topics, such as trends in culture and politics. And we upload our episodes onto buzzsprout.com. You can you can find our page through the Nouvel Esprit website under the media. You go to media, it'll give you a couple of alternatives. You select podcast, and then you can actually listen to the YouTube links that we have incorporated onto that page. You can listen to our podcast episodes there, or you can click Buzzsprout or Rumble to listen to us on either or. And if you go to Buzzsprout, you can listen to us there or use that to locate us in other popular platforms such as Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
All right. And to be clear, if you're wondering where at to find all of our social media, you can simply go to novelesprit.com/subscribe. All of our social media is there: Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, PayPal, our podcast, and all the various platforms it is on. You can find it all there on one single page. If you are overwhelmed by all the social media out there, I am overwhelmed as well. Do you have anything else for us, Guillermo?
I would like to ask our audience and listener, our audience, viewers and listeners, to keep us and our mission in your prayers.
Yes, please remember to pray for us. And with that, we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone. God bless.